Okay, so the disclaimer of the video is my English is not good, so you need to compromise with that. Otherwise, and else you guys will enjoy the session. Okay, so let's jump to the trading view. So first, I have traded this whole week, except from the Friday. I did not trade it this Friday, but I had shared my analysis in the group that where are the areas from where we can expect potential buying or selling, and market respected that area. And that doesn't mean that I'm a magician or I knew where the institutions were hiding their orders, or they calling me first telling me that we are going to buy from here. No, that's totally a wrong anticipation or wrong thinking. If anyone thought this thing like this, that he knew where the market going to go from, where market is going to buy and when the market is going to sell, is wrong. Okay, so you need to anticipate, you need to mark your potential areas where you had to set your first anticipation about that area. Okay, let me show you. I marked previous day volume profile from start to end, and what I marked these areas, like these areas. I marked these areas. These are the actual fair value gaps. You guys, if you are an ICT trader, you need to know. Basically, we call it low volume nodes, where there is no volume traded, and this area, last area, this was. So when I posted my analysis in the group, market was where? Market was trading here. Okay. So I posted my analysis and I write a very detailed description about the analysis and the areas. I told you guys that in easy wording, if you are not aware to the volume profile, trading with volume profile and the auction market theory, I told you guys that in easy wording, the areas which are currently above the price, these areas can be used as potential selling areas, and the areas which are at currently at low of the price. It means that pri which are below the price. Okay, this is the right word. Okay, which are below the price, and which are below the price can be used as the potential buying areas, and which are above the price can be used as the potential selling areas. This is the kind of explanation that we can give to the people who are not aware how to trade volume profile and the auction market theory. So if you knew the auction market theory, you knew that the all the areas which are close to the low value area low, like this is the value area low, and this is the high volume area where most of the volume is traded. You don't know either market is going to buy or sell from here, but you must need to set your first anticipation about this area. So I said that market, I knew that why I knew the reason why market is going to buy from here, because I trade volume profile. And if you trade ICT, you knew the reason that if market sweeps a low or take the inducement and going towards another block, why you will market will going to buy from here, because you knew it sweeps some kind of low and etc etc. So I knew the stuff about this thing. Okay, so I said that we will use this area, we will use this area as potential buying area. Okay, we will buy from here, because of, if market successfully sustained its prices above this value area low, Okay, then we will expect market to move till the value point of control, this area, until these areas which comes between this and this area, these can be used as our hurdles, and here we can expect the short time selling. We can do scalping at these areas, but if our bias is bullish, we can expect a buying from here towards here. Okay, so this analysis I shared. So I did not knew market will follow my analysis and was going to do the same. But I need to set my first anticipation about an area. What's the next step? You need to wait for the market to come to your potential area where you are expecting where the good move, not a scalping move. So this was the area where I was expecting a buy move towards here. So I waited for the market to come into this area, and let's play the chart. And what happened? Let me increase its speed. So let see, market rejected from this area, these areas, and you got selling from this area, and you are now expect trying market is now on this area, which is the value area low, where we are expecting to buy the market. And now we will use, either we can enter in this trade blindly without any without any like tool, or without any understanding of the market, or we can use our deep trades tool and see the reaction of the market. So what happened at this point? Buyers tried to push up and sellers overcome them and again uh, came down. So let's play it. Now buyers again showing their follow-up and aggression at this area. So we are only interested in the market when it will come into your areas. Rest of the time, no indicator, no tool, nothing will matter for you guys. Also, I am going to what I am going to show you guys. This cluster is the exact point where market tapped and came into this again our area, and this cluster was the exact point where market tapped and went up. Okay, so instead of marking all of this candle as your fair value gap, okay, you understand where is the cluster of buyers, where I call this cluster of buyers, because as this area sellers tried to push market down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, okay, but buyers absorbed them and gave a good buying move and formed this cluster. So this cluster is very important for us. Okay, so we have the reason why market will go to buy from this point. No doubt that the price action and the market was very dirty at the Friday, but we got a good move at this area. Okay. So when let's come to the point, when market came to this area where we are expecting potential buy, market is trying to show its aggression. We will expect market. We will, if market closed above this point, this area, this cluster, which was previously absorbed by the sellers, we will expect that now buyers has absorbed the sellers now. These green bubbles represents the aggression of buyers which was previously absorbed by the sellers. And if market has to go down, it has to close its body below this wick. Okay, but market is not doing that currently. So let's see. Let's wait for the market to give us some signal. Let's play. So look what we got on our point of interest. Aggression of buyers in this sell candle. So what this represent? This represents the exhaustion of the sellers. What is the exhaustion of the sellers? Exhaustion means that sellers are exhausted now at this level because there are more buyers, more passive and aggressive buyers. What are the passive buyers? Passive buyers are the buy limits on the order book, which stops the aggressive sellers at the point at their point to sell more or to take the market down. Okay, so there are more sell limit, more buy limits than the aggressive sellers at this area. So they showed their so in short, they showed their aggression of buying in this sell candle. We got an early indication that market sellers are now exhausted. So we will not fear about this length now because we knew sellers are now exhausted. Okay, that's what we need. We need a good follow through from the buyers, which will respect this aggression, so that we knew that our concept of absorption is confirmed now, and now we can easily enter in the buying trade. Okay, so let's wait for the market. Let's play it. Okay, what sellers are going to do? Sellers are trying their best from which level? uh, from this previously where buyers was absorbed, and seller when buyers are trying to again push into that area, sellers are again trying to absorb the buyers. You are can you see this aggression of sellers in this buy candle? So you knew what's happening behind every candle. Okay, so you will only enter when you will knew that either buyers has absorbed all the sellers. Now you can easily enter with bigger lots on this level without any hesitation, or you will enter when you will see at this point that either sellers has completely absorbed all this buying aggression and close the body below this. So you will enter with complete confidence that now you are good to go for sell because the decision has made, and this is the war happening between the buyers and sellers, and you need a good follow through to this for buying and good follow through to this for selling. So let's see where we get a follow through. Okay, sellers again trying to push down. So it all makes sense. If someone was trading with the naked eye, why I see the use the word naked eye with this, he don't know that why this is happening at this level. Okay, but if we use our tool, we knew buyers was absorbed previously at this level, and now that's why sellers are protecting at this price level. So sellers are more strong, trying to protect at this level, and buyers are trying to protect at this level. So we need to wait for one party to win the war and then enter and celebrate with them. So let's play the chart. Okay, no, again, sellers are trying to push the market down. Buyers, what are buyers doing? Buyers are showing their aggression at this level. Play it again. Okay, now we got an aggression of buyers. We got follow through from the buyers, and which respected all these aggressions from sellers, and it has closed its body above all this aggression. Now we are good to go for sell. Now let's put our sell limit. Sorry, let's put sorry, let's put our buy limit at this area, and this was the stop loss. Why I put this as a stop loss? Sorry, this low of this week where the exhaustion happened, because this is the safest area. No doubt this is big stop loss, but don't have to worry about it. You will see that market will not touch, market will never hit this stop loss. There it is like the only 2 or 3% chance from the 100% to hit the stop loss. But when this will happen, the trade will get a very high probability trade. Okay, and the target will be the potential area where sellers rejected, or we can target this. Okay, this cluster where sellers rejected earlier. Okay, so we got early confirmation that market is going to buy. We are not entering without any like anticipation or without any any um fake price actional confirmation or any RSI or anything. We knew what happened behind the candle, behind this every candle, and we knew what where market is going to now. Because if someone is trading and watching the market and he sees that market has given this much of bigger drop, and now market is making lower lows and then breaking that lows, then again making lower lows. Now market failed to make to break this high, and now market has also broke this low. What market is going to do? Market may be going to retrace at this level and then again going to sell, as per the smart money concepts that you have learned earlier, that market shall break this low, and now market will going to retrace at 50% or 60%, no break again this level. So they are going maybe they will sell from here, but we knew the actual direction of the market, we knew what happened over here, and we are confident in our entry. So let's play the chart and don't waste your much of your time. Absorption happened, we are more than 100% confident with our position. Play the chart. Okay, market is going up. Okay, sellers, what happened? So you have to read every candle when you enter in your position. Sellers tried to push the market down. Buyers again showed their aggression and absorbed them. So let's mark these areas, mark these areas just for fun. And maybe if market again tap at these areas, we will read the market, what market is doing, because these are the areas where seller tried to push down and market absorbed them and showed their aggression towards the buying side. So let's play the chart. Play it. Play it. Again, seller tried to push down. Okay, so what happened? Again, buyers are trying to absorb them. Again, sellers trying are pushing down. Okay, so they are pushing down. So what's suspicious at this point? That if sellers are that much strong, why it took them, why they can't break, they can't make it to break and close below this wick? So it means that this is just to induce the people that market is maybe going toward the sell direction. So let's see if it is really going towards the sell direction or not. Look what happened over here. They tapped at this and showed buyers again showed their aggression in this candle. It is a sell candle. So let's play the chart. Sellers are exhausting at this point. Sellers again trying to push down. Buyers trying to push up, sellers are trying to stop them at this level, because these areas are the important areas where the war happened previously between buyers and sellers, and now that's why market is ranging at this point, and you knew that what's happening between uh, behind every candle. So you are reading every candle, like, and let's play it again. Market again came to the area where which buyers are protecting. So you have to anticipate it like this areas are where you are getting the aggression of the buyers. These are the areas where which buyers are protecting, and these are the areas. Look, an aggression of sellers in the buy candle. These are the areas you when you see the previously over here which sellers are protecting. So you need to wait for one to win the war. Okay, so see where it came. It came exactly to the point where the absorption happened previously. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the market that either it is going down or not, because we knew that this is the strongest area over here, because this is the area where absorption has happened. This point there is no absorption. This is the point where absorption has happened. Okay, so let's play it. What happened at this area? Why we are getting this kind of reaction of buyers at this area? Because this is the strongest area we have. This is the area where absorption has happened. Okay, So what we can do, buyers have successfully absorbed the seller. If market retraces, I will maybe enter at this point and put the stop loss and take the 1:1 or 1:2, what it is. Look what happened over here. So these kind of moves happen when sellers are completely exhausted and absorbed, and you knew the potential points where you can get the move, the points where sellers are absorbed by the buyers. You have marked that area, okay? And then when market has shown this kind of dirty price action, and you were reading behind what's happening behind every candle, and when market gave you exactly a good move, exactly from the area where the absorption happened, you knew buyers were strong at this point. You can took enter into the buy position here confidently because you knew that sellers are absorbed over here now completely. So you can catch the move before it happens. So you entered in this move before it happened. You entered in this move before it happened. Okay, why and how you enter into in this move? Because you knew that what's happening behind every candle. So that was not the thing that main thing that I was going to show you in today's session. This was just the start of the session. I was going to show you the previous last Friday, that how market performed at that point, and how I mark the areas and make my bias last Friday. Okay, so let's move to the last Friday. So let me check how many minutes do we have left in the call. So if we need to create the link again or not. Okay. So how to check where is the option? How to check that how many minutes are left? Uh, Normally it shows over here. Okay, so don't worry. If we get a notification that our call is going to end, then we will create a new link. So skip that and let's let's go to the previous Friday, last Friday, and let me show you how I traded last Friday, how I marked my potential areas, because maybe some people don't know that get the concept of the volume profile wrong, that you need maybe every day you need to mark the previous day volume profile and you will get the trade. No, that's not the thing. That's not how it works. So where is the last Friday? This is the last Friday. So let me move the chart. So so Friday is going to start. Okay, this Friday will start, and Asian session will start maybe from this. So how if I mark the volume profile of the previous day, I will not mark it like you have to see the market with the broader vision first, then to before marking the volume profile of the previous day. So if I see the market with the broader vision, you have to be flexible with the points that if you don't trade ICT, it doesn't mean that you can't use the concept, because these are not the concept from these are the concept that were used from the you can say the past, from many past years. So you need to respect, you need to use these concepts. If market when market respect them, you need to use them. So let me show you why I am telling you this, guys. So market has given us a buy move, and now what we are seeing that market is retracing. So we can't just draw a fib and mark an area of golden area, or what you call it. We will not do that. I just look at the market with this broader vision, with this broader vision, and now I get an idea that how can I get my potential buying and selling areas. Okay, so what I do, I will mark the volume profile from previous low to high of this leg. Okay, it may contain 3 days in that, but what market is doing, if you knew how market profile works, volume profile, so if you knew, you know what I'm going to tell, but I will make it easy for you. Market is going down. What is the potential area where I am expecting a buy? Okay, so the call will end in 10 minutes. Okay, so I will create a new link. What is the potential area where we can expect a buy? This is the area, low volume node, where we can expect a buy position. But below this, we have a high volume cluster over here. We can mark this cluster as our potential buying area. Okay, I will mark this cluster. Now I have to create an anticipation or the bias about the market. Okay, so we will have two conditions. Either my first according to my first anticipation, market will tap into this area and go towards the, oh sorry, let me show you. Market will tap into this area and if it respects this area, it will go towards the point of control. What is the point of control? This blue line. Okay, market will go towards this blue line. Okay, or what market can do? Market can Market will not respect our this analysis, and market will simply break this area, retest this, and go towards there. Okay, so we have to wait for the market to come into this area and show us some signal, but what it trying to do. If market is trying to break this area, market will give us a signal before the move. If market will going to respect this area, market will give us a signal before the move. Okay, so we have to wait for the market to show us some signal. So this is the bias for the day and the anticipation about these areas. Okay, we are not confirming or telling, or we are not the magician that we will, that market will go touch this area and go buy. We don't know. They don't invest like they don't tell us when they invest, and we are uninformed traders. We just have to catch one or two good entries of the day, and then pass our funded account and create some bucks in our bank account. So let's wait for the market without much wasting much of your time, that what it is going to do. So let's play it. So the day starts, and let's play the chart. So let me turn that tool on. We will observe the market behavior, what our tool will show only in this area. These things doesn't matter. What market has done uh, outside of the area, that thing doesn't matter. Also, our tool will show you a limited amount of back data. It depends on the your trading view variant. This will show this much of back data because it requires some information which will only allow you to show this much of the back, because also this will not you are going to use, you will going to use your tool only on your point of interest, and it will show you the best results on your point of interest. You This will not, these things, these data, that this doesn't matter for you. Okay, so let's don't waste much of your time, and let's start the day. Market is coming towards our area with a full aggression. Buyers tried to push the market up at this level, but sellers again absorbed them and coming with a good aggression. So let's play it. Again, buyers try did what buyers did. Buyers did a Buyers tried to push the market, absorb the sellers, but sellers again absorbed them. And what happened? When sellers absorbed the buyers, they again retested this area and showed a sell aggression in the buy candle. If we get a good follow through, in the sell in the next candle towards the sell side, we will see a good catalyst of selling. Look, these kind of moves happen when the absorption happened. Okay, after the absorption happened, these kind of moves you will going to see that market will do. Okay, so let's play the chart. Market again respect tabbed at this cluster and coming into our area. So we will only look for the market when it will reach into our area. Okay, we are getting an aggression of sellers, strong aggression of sellers at this point. Okay, what happened now? When market reached into our area, we got an aggression of buyers in this sell candle, okay, which is the sign of absorption, exhaustion of the sellers. Sellers are exhausted doing selling at this level. Okay, buyers are more strong at this level. So what we need a good follow through from the buyers toward this aggression in order to confirm the concept of absorption. Okay, so let's see. We got a good follow through from the buyers. So we have confirmed that now we have confirmed that sellers are absorbed, completely absorbed. Okay, now, and buyers had also showed their aggression. This is the A plus setup, and our tool only shows the A plus setup. You only have to take the A plus setups. We will enter from here. You can enter from the retrace, but we will enter from here. This is the safest area. The wick of the exhaustion candle is the safest area uh, for the stop loss because there is only 1% chance from the 100% that market will hit that. What is our bias? What was our bias for the day? If market has shown uh, absorption at this area, it means market is respecting our bias. And as if market respect our bias, where market should go for the day, market will go to this area. Okay, market will go to this area. So let's mark the POC, point of control. Market will go to this area, and we will target our trade to, towards this till this area. Okay, because that was our bias. So let's see, market hit our stop loss or what market is going to do. Okay, market went up. So before market will go to this area, what are the hurdles that we have? Hurdle points are when market is going to buy, where market has where sellers has absorbed the buyers in this sell leg. This is the area where you see a green bubble and sellers absorbed them, these buyers, and now this is the areas, these are the areas where we can expect hurdling that sellers will hurdle, put a hurdle for the buyers, stop the buyers for a few minutes or maybe completely retrace this move uh, or absorb it again. And next, where do we have the hurdle? This is the hurdle area. So let's just play the chart and see what market does at this point. So when buyers reached at this area, what do we see? That we are getting an um seller's aggression in this buy candle, and we knew the reason. Most of the people don't knew the reason what's happening behind the candle and why market is making these kind of candles. Okay, when they entered in the trade, so they we knew the reason that why market has done this. So let's play the chart. What we see now, buyers absorbed all the sellers now. So we are again, our heartbeat will come back to the normal pace now that we knew that now market will not hit our stop loss, that buyers has absorbed it again. So let's play it again. Okay, so we have 1 minute left, ending this call. So let me create a new link. and let's join with the new link. I'm going to share the link in the group. So uh, let's join with the new link. I'm going to end this call. Stop recording. Okay, let me check. Okay, my screen is visible to you now. Okay, okay. So where are we? So this was the point where seller has previously absorbed the buyers. Okay, seller has previously absorbed the buyers. So if we are getting some kind of retrace at this point, it makes sense because this is the area which sellers were protecting. But we have to stick with our bias. We have our bias for the day, and market is respecting that. So we have to uh, be confident with our bias. So let's play the chart and see what market is doing. So we were getting market is closing the sell candle. We are getting buyers aggression in the sell candle. Sellers are trying to push the market down. Buyers are trying to push the market up. There is a war happening between them. So if there is a war happening between buyers and sellers, you need to wait for them, either buyers to win the war or sellers to win the war. Then you will celebrate with them by entering in the market. Okay. So let's see. And again, buyers are trying to absorb the sellers. Look what happened in this candle. This came where into the area where absorption has taken place earlier. Let me show you. This is the area where buyers has tried to push the market down, but sellers had showed their aggression in this buy candle and pushed the market down, and buyers again absorbed these sellers which were protecting this level. So this area will become an area of absorption. Previously, sellers has absorbed the buyers at this area, then buyers has absorbed the sellers at this area. So if market is tapping at this area, this is the strongest area of the strongest level of the buyers that we can see with our tool. So if market is doing this at this area, it makes sense, and we knew what's happening behind the candle and why it is happening. We knew the logic. So we will stick with our entry and trade. Either market will hit our stop loss or market will give us our take profit. We will never settle for less because we entered in the market after all the confirmations. So we never have to settle for less. This is the area where which buyers are protecting. So our bias will change when market will close below this area. Okay, we will maybe close this and we will think of some. We will maybe get enter into a selling bias if market will close below this entry until market has shown their aggression at this level, and also you can see at these levels. So these are the strongest levels. We just have to read the market as these levels, that what it is doing. Just play and wait and watch. Again, sellers are trying to push down, but what's suspicious, some people think about my indicator that if it has a lower wick then it shows a green bubble. That's not how it works. So if market is what market is doing, if market is showing their aggression as it has shown previously in this candle, why it is failed to break the low and close below the low of this candle. This candle has covered the range, how much range this candle has covered and how much range this candle has covered, and also failed to close below the low of this. So here where things are getting interesting. and let's wait for the market. You just have to read the market when you will enter into the trade. Again, sellers are showing their aggression but failing to close below the previous candle wick. So this is the suspiciousness. Now buyers has absorbed the sellers. So this area could become the area of interest to enter. Why? Because sellers buyers has exhausted the sellers at this point. Sellers again trying their best to push the market down. Now you are seeing at this point in these sell candles, sellers are getting exhausted because if they are failed to close below the previous candle wick, it means buyers are strong at this level. And when buyers showed their aggression, this kind of aggression, you knew that now buyers has taken over to the sellers. Now you can enter again into a position. I will put my limit over here and stop loss at this point at this week. So let's and target will be the same as our, because we are market is respecting our bias, so we will stick with our bias. So let's play the chart. Tapped at our area. Okay, again pushing up, again pushing up. Now look, sellers are showing their aggression in this buy candle. Why they are showing their aggression this buy candle? Because you knew there was a war happened a long time ago between buyers and sellers. At this point, buyers tried their best to push up, and but sellers overcome these buyers, absorbed all these buyers, and took the market down. This was the important area. You have to read the market at these areas, and when if buyers are making these kind of candles and you are seeing this kind of seller's aggression in this buy candle, you knew why this is happening. Okay, so let's wait and watch. Okay, now you see, so you see you sellers are trying to push the market up. Some people think that if my indicator sell, if someone was telling me in the inbox that when a candle makes a wick, lower wick, it makes a red dot, and your indicator makes a red dot. So I asked him that if you don't, it don't satisfies you, you don't understand that what is happening in that, you can't use that. So you can trade with the naked eye. Okay. So how to read the market at this point? If sellers were strong at this level and showing their aggression in the buy candle, and then they showed again aggression in the sell candle, but the follow through was not that good. Why? Because if they were that much strong, they need to close below the wick of this candle, but they failed to close below the wick of this candle, and buyers overtake all these sellers. So you have to read the market like this when you were entering a trade. So let's play it again. You are getting sellers. Uh, sellers are trying to stop. This was the area. So let's play. Look, sellers tried to push the market down, but buyers showed their aggression in the sell candle, absorbed all of them, and showed a good follow through. So let's play the chart. Let's mark another area. So let me show you something. We have another hurdle over here. This was the area where sellers where this was the area where buyers tried to push the market up, push the market up. Then again sellers take it to down. Again sellers push the market down at this point. And again buyers tried their one last effort, and sellers again push the market down. So this area was an interesting area for us. This area may act as hurdle because we knew what happened at this area. Okay, why they were getting the rejections? Okay, because we had this cluster of sellers over here, so they were getting the rejections. So let's extend it and play the chart. Currently, buyers are moving up with a good aggression. Again, sellers are showing their involvement, aggression. Okay, okay. So again, buyers are taking over the sellers. Okay, so this was the kind of war situation between buyers and sellers. Sellers trying to take over the war. Sellers trying their best to take the market low. Buyers trying their best to take the market down. This was not an ideal situation for us to enter in the market currently. Look, buyers are trying their best to push the market up and showing their aggression in the sell candle. Sellers are trying their best to push the market down and showing their aggression in the buy candles. So we just have to wait and don't scare from don't we can't don't we can't these kind of situations can't scare us because we knew what's happening between them. And then when the one party will win the war, we will enter with that party. Okay, again, sellers trying to, buyers showed their aggression in this sell candle, trying which is representing at exhaustion of sellers. Buyers trying to show their what we can say follow through to that aggression, and then market may go by because this is a kind of absorption. But this is not happened at the area of our area of interest. Okay, buyers are going up. We may enter into the trade over here. Look, there was a war happening between buyers and sellers. Okay, and then you see a buyer's aggression in a sell candle and a good follow through. You see buyer's aggression in a sell candle, not and then there was a no good follow through. Buyer's aggression in a sell candle, there was a no good follow through. Seller's aggression in a buy candle, no good follow through. Okay, so this was a war, not absorption or exhaustion. This was a exhaustion. Sellers were exhausted at this point, and buyers showed their aggression, absorbing all these clusters. And this wick, let me mark this wick and let me show you. This wick is the strongest point which you can where you can set your stop loss because this there is only you can say 1 or 2% chance from the 100% that market may hit this wick. Otherwise, market when the absorption happen before you will enter after the absorption, this will be your area of interest where absorption has happened, and let me this will be your area of interest where absorption has happened, and you can enter in a buy trade like this. Okay, and target maybe some areas. Okay, may target this area. So you just knew that the absorption has happened. Okay, and you don't know that market is going to give you a move or not. When market is coming to the drawdown of your entry, you have to stay confident. Why? Because you knew what happened behind every candle and why you entered. You have the reason to enter into the market. So you will add more positions as market come into your like if market came here, you can enter your position again a bigger lot over here and put your stop loss at this point. Okay. So there is very low probability of for market to hit your stop loss when this A plus setup formed. Or and we only trade the A plus setups. We can't like trade. I have never shown you guys the setups which are not the A plus setup. I only trade A plus setups, and that's why I may hit one SL in the week, and rest of the entries will be the take profit. Look, before this move happened, we catch this move before this happened on the base of absorption concept. Okay, because we knew what were happened behind every candle. But why I did not take enter into this trade? Because I knew that I only take trade on the levels of the, you can say, which like this level was at higher time frame. A higher time frame means this level was a daily bias level, and then this level formed, and this level was near to this the daily bias level. So I try to enter in a more high probability trades. This kind of trade is also a more high probability trade. If I was entered in this trade, maybe I will close my trade over here and close the close the pre-London. I will be done for the London session. Okay, then I will again enter in the market in the New York session. So let's play the chart and don't waste much of your time. Okay, so you entered into this clean move before this happened, before the move, because you knew that move was going to happen and you entered into the move. So this was the level of hurdle for us. Okay, so let's see if we get any hurdle. We got a hurdle. We got a reaction from the sellers at this point. Why we mark this point? We spot a cluster of sellers over here. We spot, let me mark the cluster clearly. We spot a cluster of sellers at this point where market has rejected once and showed their aggression. We can anticipate that we can't confirm that this we will get a reaction from here. We can anticipate that this maybe sellers were strong at this level. If we get any reaction from the sellers, we will get the confirmation that actually sellers are getting this. So if we again get a good follow through to this aggression of sellers, it will confirm that buyers are maybe temporarily exhausted at this point and they need a retrace to this move, a bounce back. They need a bounce back to this move, then to go by. Okay, you have learned this thing, basic structure thing in the start of your trading journey. So you have to if you have to be flexible when you are reading the market and trading the market. Okay, we got a good follow through to that aggression. Now I can take a scalp at this point. This will be my point of interest. This will be my point of interest. If market tap in this cluster, I will take the shot and place my stop loss above this point. Okay. And what will be my potential target? or where I can expecting the buy, where I can expecting the expecting again market to go buy. So let me show you how I will mark the area. I will not mark the order block or the fair value gap. I will put a volume profile, start to end of this move, and I will see this was the high volume cluster where market was interested to do most of its volume, and there was a war happened at this point, which buyers has won the war. And now I anticipate that buyers are strong at this level. Buyers are strong at this level. I may get a buying entry at this point, but this is just my anticipation. I will take a buy entry. I will hold this entry until this area. I will take my buy entry if I get any confirmation, okay, from the tool. So let's play it. Market tabbed at our cluster of selling and entered showed respected our entry. Look, we got a clean sell move. So buyers again trying to push up, sellers again. Okay, so what happened over here? Market reached at this point, and market showed an aggression of buyers in the sell candle exactly from the area of this high volume cluster which I had marked earlier. I have not marked any candle. You knew I have not marked any candle. I don't even see the candle. I see these bubbles and these clusters and mark my areas based on that. Okay. So market showed us aggression of buyers in this sell candle, and then buyers again trying to show their aggression. But this is not a good aggression of good follow through of buyers toward to this aggression. I need a good follow through from buyers if I need to enter into the trade. So let's wait for the market. Again, sellers are trying to push the market down. Why? Because buyers try to push the market up, sellers absorb them and push the market down. Buyers were exhausted previously at this level. Okay, so let me mark this area. Okay, sellers again pushing down, buyers again pushing up. Okay, sellers again retested that area. Okay, again seller taking the market down. But we knew that the concept of absorption is completed at this point. Okay, so all this area is the area of interest for me. I was waiting for market to come below this area and show me a good aggression, a good follow through of buyers, good aggression of buyers in this area, in this area. So I will enter, and my stop loss should be low, should be small. Again, sellers are coming, but what is the strongest level we have? The low of this week, where sellers were exhausted. Okay, this is the strongest market area which market will never hit. Okay, there is only very less probability. So I got an aggression of buyers over here. I find this aggression a good and good. So I will enter at this point. Okay, so I put my stop loss at this low, which is the strongest level. I got my entry in the discounted price, and now I will target the our bias. I will target our bias. We had closed this entry earlier at this point. So let's play the chart now, and maybe video is buyers absorb these sellers where absorb this level where sellers were protecting. Sell buyers try to push up, sellers push the market down. Buyers again do their second effort. Sellers again push the market down. So this level was the important level. But look how aggressively market goes up, and it absorb all these buyers, these sellers. which were sitting at this level. Let's play the chart. Look, buyers again try to push up. Sellers again showed their aggression in this buy candle, but there was a no follow through in the towards in the next candle. Then we got a retrace from the sell. Look what happened. They tapped into this level, and buyer buyers showed their aggression in this sell candle. Again, they are sellers are trying to push down, but buyers are showing their aggression in these sell candles. It is a sign of exhaustion. Sellers are exhausted. Buyers are showing a follow through. Buyers are trying their best to push the market down, push the market up. So you just have to read the price like this. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this position because this is the safest level we have. So let me end the day now, and because core meeting is now became too long and I have to edit this video and post it on the YouTube. So ultimately what happened? Market. This is the area where we all our positions, all our take profits are set. So what happened? Market respected our daily bias and let me turn this off. We took these positions from the points and we hold them till our daily bias and we got our entries and all of the stop losses were safe because we don't put our stop loss based on any swing or anything. We put our stop loss after the absorption happened and below the exhaustion candle wick. Okay, so if market will came even 98% close to the stop loss, there is there is only 1% chance from the 100% that market may hit, but market will never hit this point, this area. Okay, this is the kind of A plus setups that you can have and you can hold them. You enter after the absorption and you catch the move before the move happen. Okay, so you will stay confident with your entry because you knew what happened in the before behind every candle and you knew where market is now going. So if market is retracing, you can't panic. Okay, so I think that's it for the day and I tried my best to show you guys the how we can spot the concept of absorption and the exhaustion by our indicator or tool. So let me tell you one thing. Okay, we have 10 minutes left now. So let me tell you an important thing that if if you use any tool, like if you use footprint chart or any tool, there are some patterns. You if you learn from anyone, like if you want to learn footprint tool, you can't see footprint at every candle. You see only footprint confirmation at your point of interest. So at your point of interest, there are some patterns like you see an aggression of buyers in the footprint, and then an imbalance. You spot an imbalance, and then market will retrace and touch that imbalance, and you enter in. So there are specific patterns in every for every tool that the creator have prescribed for the user to spot in order to catch the move. So okay, so if you want to catch the move, if you want to learn a tool, the thing that you have to learn about the tool, the pattern that you will see at the point of interest. This is the one thing, the most important thing that you have to learn about a tool, that how you can spot the exhaustion or the absorption, and how you can read the tool in the in the running market. Okay, so you will not read the tool because you will try to predict every market, every candle. You will just read it because you just get curious that what's after entering into the position, that what's happening behind every candle and why market is making sell candles at this point. Why market is making buy candles at this point. Okay, so if you have any questions, tell me if you have any questions. And I have request from you guys. I will post this session to on the YouTube, and I will create also maybe Instagram page or TikTok page. And you have I when I will create that, you can you have to go to the go. I will share the link with you guys. You have to go to these channel areas where I have pasted this video or uploaded this video. You have to write there your honest reviews about the tool and about how you find this tool useful. And I am not an influencer, so I don't worry about the uh, audience or much of the audience, because this doesn't matter to me. If I have two three people which respects me, that's enough for me, because I am earning money already. And I'm not like a guy who needs attention, or who needs what we can say the fake reviews. So no matter if I have a few people, I want them to write their honest reviews about the tool and about the thing that I showed you and tried to teach you guys. Okay, so what we have the questions. Please repeat how to draw the volume profile correctly and which time frame. That's the thing that you need to learn. There is no time frame for the volume profile. You can draw it on every time frame. You have seen me, you have seen me from past few days or the past week, that I draw previous day volume profile. I trade on 5 minute time frame, and I draw previous day volume profile from previous day start to previous day end. But in this video, I draw the volume profile. Where do I draw the volume profile? I draw the volume profile from the low of this leg to the high of this leg. Why? Because market was retracing, ranging, or market was inside this leg. Okay, market was inside this high to low. So I had to draw the volume profile of this high to low. This was the low of the Monday and the high of the Wednesday. So you have to be flexible and look for the market with broader vision before drawing the volume profile. So if you draw your levels correctly, you can anticipate the market and get very good trades for the day. So that's it. And someone was telling me to show their volume profile setting. So these are the volume profile settings. This is Milana's account, and I can't. I don't have I can't shuffle with the colors. The color you can just set these colors as they are. These are the important settings. In row size, you have to select the number of rows. In row layout, you have to select the number of rows. In row size, you have to change it to 1000. In volume, you have to set the total set, and in the value area, you have to set the 70%. What does this 70% means? That inside this line to this line, we market has traded 70% of its volume. Okay, so this is the most important area where market need to do the business. So this is these are the volume profile settings, basic settings. Let me go towards here, and you can check the colors over here. These are all the colors. After that, you can save it as a default, or save it as a new template, and you can just trade. But let me tell you something. How many time we have? 3 minutes left. There is a difference between learning a thing and mastering a thing. Okay, so if I tell you any strategy which has 100% win rate, you will learn that strategy at that point. So you can't expect the same results that I am getting from that strategy at that point. Why? Because you have learned that strategy and I have mastered that strategy. Okay, so there is a difference between you and me. When you will master that strategy, you will get the same results. So if you are learning from any mentor, doesn't mean if you are learning ICT, if you are learning SMC, any concept, action market theory, volume proof, anything, if you are learning from either from deep charts, Fabio, he has mastered his strategy. You are just learning from him. Okay, so you can't expect the same results next day, next week, next month as he is getting. Why? Because he has mastered that strategy. So first you need to master something. You not just need to master the strategy, you need to master the psychology around that strategy. Then you will get the same results. Okay. So the tool that I have created is basically the tool. Basically, I have mastered this tool. I am the creator of this tool, and I understand this tool more than the tool himself. Okay, so I spot the absorption exhaustion more easily. I know where to plot the volume profile because I have experience with that. I have mastered these things. I am not saying that I'm very big influencer, very much trader, but I can earn my bread and butter from trading daily, and I trade daily, and I have other businesses too, and I am doing I'm doing good. So that's the thing that's the conclusion of the video, or the final message that I am telling you guys, that you need to master a strategy before expecting the same results from that. Okay, so thank you guys for taking your giving. What is the, I don't know what is the correct word, giving or taking your time and coming into my call. And I will improve my English by the time. Maybe you guys will teach me that what is the correct vocabulary for that. I am very good in my local language, or my mother tongue, and because as English is not our first language, so I'm not trying my best to uh, be easy for you. So thank you, thanks again, and see you guys again. And I will try to post combine all these two clips and post them on the YouTube as early as possible, because I am not a good editor, video editor, or the content editor. And let me show you guys something. Today I had made this uh, thumbnail for the live stream session. I had done preparation, so much preparation for that. But God has other plans. I had also created this that market when I will do the live stream. This will be the frame where inside we will do the live stream. So I had plans of doing good live stream, but God has other plan maybe.